Hey, what's up, YouTube family? Dr. V here with another Dr. V Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Super 7 Thundercats Ultimates Lion-O with light up eyes. So, out the gate, we got our slipcover. This looks pretty cool. Obviously shows Lion-O's eyes lit up and just has the Thundercats logo on the back, Ultimates logo on the top, and says for ages 14 plus. Open it up. There he is, folks. So, in the packaging looks great. Window box art has kind of that cat's lair head, which I do like that. That's a nice touch. I like it better than the previous packaging. It says Thundercats on the bottom with Lion-O and then Super 7. On the side, it says Light Up Eyes. I think this is a throwback to the original LJN artwork because the LJN figure had light up eyes back in the 80s. I had it when I was a kid and I loved it. On the back, little bio there, you can pause it and read it. Nothing on this side. It says Ultimates on the top, and then a bunch of legalese garbage on there on the bottom. So let's open them up and take a look at them. All right, so here we have Lion-O with all of his accessories out of the packaging. So out of the box, we have the Lion-O figure. He comes already with just two fisted hands. He does have this little double-headed, translucent, let's see if I can get the camera to, there we go, blue dragon. And I do not recall which episode this came from, but Super 7's really good about putting in little nods to specific episodes. But I like it. I like little, accessories that, you can put wherever. I still haven't opened up my cat slayer, so, but I'll probably put him somewhere in there. So I do like that. He's cool. And then he comes with two claw shields. One claw shield you can put on his arm, so like he's wearing it. I do like that. Paint apps are quite nice. And then this claw shield is more of an open-handed claw shield. It does have the Eye of Thundera sword in its dagger form. Just put it right there, and it does have a little clip right there that you can put on his hip. So pretty good. A little bulky for my taste, but it is what it is. Honestly, I'll probably just display him wearing the claw shield on his hand. And then we have two swords. One is a fully, we'll just call it transformed Eye of Thundera sword, as the Thundercats logo fully visible there. This is cast in a glow-in-the-dark plastic, but obviously that you can't appreciate that because I'm outside in the sun. This one is an Eye of Thundera sword in mid-transformation. You can see the eye is opening and the blade is in mid-transformation. Very cool. He does come with his two fisted hands. He does have two gripping hands, which are nicely sculpted, and then two kind of open or kind of relaxed hands, or scratching hands. Those are very cool. And then two heads. So he does come with this kind of the one in the packaging, kind of like the stoic head. This is the exact same head, but with the eyes painted. And you can see on the inside, I'm not sure if you can appreciate that, but there is some kind of like a, you can see the sunlight coming in through the metal, or excuse me, through the plastic. Just have like this little yellow plastic piece that will light up. And then here's a kind of a grimacing face portrait. So we'll take a look at those and see how how they look. So everyone's interested in his light up eyes ability, so let's check that out. We will have to take the head and battery piece out. We'll have to remove the tab so that the batteries work. There is a switch on the very bottom that says on and off. It's currently in the off position, so I'm going to switch it to the on position. And yeah, I mean, even in the light, you can see it does light up quite nicely. So we'll just, and just if you're curious, the inside is just hollowed out, and then this piece goes in, and yeah, I guess it just slides in there. So there's our Lion-O with his eyes lit up. Now let's take a look at a different head and see what that looks like. So we'll take this piece off. Oh, whoop. And it is just on a clear ball joint, and you can see it's just a little LED light in there. So let's take a look at the grimacing head on there. Let's see. There we go. Snaps right in. Put that in there. All right, let's take a look here. There we go. Should have thought this out better, trying to do a light up eyes review outside in the sun, but you can see it's lit up quite nicely. Kind of dig that. Now let's take a look at the stoic head with the painted eyes. So we'll just pop that in there, and let's see here. Well, this one a little bit harder to tell, but let's try and create a little bit more shadow here. My understanding is that, yep, those eyes do light up with the painted. See, here we go. I like it. And that one's probably going to be just the one I keep. Um, that one is pretty cool. So let's put them in take off this claw shield. Let's pop off that fisted hand. Let's put this one on. This just slides right on. I mean, there's no peg, no nothing to do. Just pop it right on. But I do like that a lot better. And then we'll have him holding his the sword, his iconic sword, Eye of Thundera. We'll put that in there. Now, the one thing about these Super 7 figures, man, their hands, they are really, really stiff. So it makes you kind of worried a little bit about paint scuffs over time. But the good news is they will not drop their weapons. All right. So that's probably how I'm going to display my Lion-O in the cat's lair. So again, let's just try and appreciate the light up eye feature. Very cool. I like that. So I'm going to turn the eyes off for now. Back in there. Let's check out his articulation. Shoulders go up that far. They do a full 360. There's a bicep swivel. And let's see, there's also a swivel at the elbow. These are single jointed, so you're only going to get about 90 degrees bend at the elbow. The wrist is vertically hinged, which I do appreciate. I always like a vertical hinge sword holding wrist. It does look like, let me see if the other ones, how they're hinged. Yep, so the gripping hands are hinged vertically. The fisted hands are hinged horizontally. And the blade hands are hinged horizontally. All right. And let's see here. He does have a diaphragm cut, which, I mean, it doesn't give him a whole lot of range of motion. But there's a waist cut also, which will let him twist. The hips, I have seen some people complain about the hips being kind of, um, aesthetically not pleasing, but it's not a huge deal. I mean, yeah, it's a little weird when the top of the hips like pinches on the costume, but it's first world problems for sure. Then the knees, about 90 degrees. The kneecaps do have that strange sort of like, you know, little extra divot there that the Motu Origins initial figures had. I'm not sure why that's still an issue. And then they do rotate at the knees. There's no boot cut, and there's a little bit of ankle movement. About it. And they do invert as well and evert. All right. Now let's take a look at his the only other Lino figure I have, which is going to be the original Mattel um, Origins figure. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I like the Mattel figure better. It's bulkier, it's more detailed. I mean, just look at the detail on the hair. It is so detailed, and I believe this one was done by the Horseman. I'm not sure who did this one. I get that Super 7 was going for more of an animated look, and they did get that, but I don't know, just the wow factor and the cool factor. I think Mattel beats that one hands down. Like I didn't even get the re-release of the Super 7 Lion-O that was just like this, but with pinless joints, because it was just so similar. And yeah, this is an older figure. It does have pins in the joints, but I think aesthetically it is a much better figure. So, like when the Super 7 Deluxe Lion-O figure came out, I saw it at Target, and honestly, I was like, really not impressed. The colors were real off. They were real muted. I don't know. I mean, I do like the coloring better on this line, on the Mattel Lion-O. I mean, it looks like what I want my Lion-O figure to look like. So this Light Up Eyes Lion-O figure, I think retailed for $65. Would I recommend it? Nah, not really. I mean, it's cool, but I don't think it was $65 cool. I would have been, just happy keeping my Mattel Lion-O in my collection as my only Lion-O. But I was a sucker for the Light Up Eye feature, so I bought it. Kind of glad I didn't buy the Mumra, because that one was like 75, and this is getting crazy with these prices. And unfortunately, with these tariffs being hit on China and Vietnam, which is quite honestly, guys, where most of our action figures are made, unfortunately, I think we're just going to see the cost of this hobby go up. And the question is, who's going to stick around and push through, and who's going to tap out? I don't think I'm going to be in the market for these super high dollar figures much longer. I did get the Frazetta Girls Vampirella, which I need to review. That one was pretty pricey too. I think that one was like 65 or 75. So we'll see. I'm thinking about getting the Red Sonja from Boss Hacks. That one's 55. So I'm guessing I'm gonna have to like jump on anything that I'm missing before the tariffs really affect the cost of our hobby. So other than that, tell me what you guys think. Do you like the original Lino better? Do you like the light up eye Lino better? Do you like a more realistic look? Do you like a more cartoon look? Put your comments down and put your thoughts down in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my channel, if you like my videos. I know I don't pump out like a lot of creators do super regularly, but that's just life. I just get busy and other stuff gets in the way. But I'll do my best to post, a couple times a month, the best as I can. And otherwise, I appreciate you guys watching till the end, and hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you all next time.